Hey folks, hope you're doing good today. Now we're keeping up with the super heaviness of this week. Every day is just going to be blasting heavy. We've even got some rap metal later in the week, and even that's heavy. Stupid. Anyway, today we're back on the death. And it's not like the death that we had the other day. This death, these bands all just sound really heavy, really chunky, low-endy, that fat death, ridiculous vocals, so just heavy, that's all you need to know. This first band is a band called From Ash to Stone, and their track is called My Retaliation. Let's check it out. It's like they've been in a fight and got all blooded up. Turn it up now. Yeah, pretty dark guitar tone, low endy, good vocals, working it up and down. Yeah. Now, just two guitarists in this band by looks of things. See if we can make out the bass in the mix, if there is any. The guitar tones are nice and chunky, bubbly, pretty dark. The lead guitar sounds nice over the top. Now I would say that ride is cutting through the mix in a pretty weird way. It sounds more like a click than a ride. These cymbals are nice and washy. Yeah, listening to that now, there's more of a click to the ride than there is the kind of ride sound. That's strange. That might be YouTube messing it up, maybe. Nice guitar tones though. And I can hear a bass in the mix, so they've obviously done something with the bass in the mix, but there's no bass player in the vid. Yeah, nice guitar tone. Heavy. Vocals are heavy as well. He's working his throat out, he's doing those gutturals. Yeah, that ride is coming through the mix in a very strange way. Almost like a tick sound. The rest of the cymbals sound great, so I don't know what's gone on with that. It's got a nice kit. I like the black drum skins. That looks cool. Yeah, the double bass sounds nice as well. So I don't know. It's just something gone on with that ride. Great vocal. Breaking it down. Cool. Good vocal effects to push it back, make it sound distant and reverb, delayed. That sounds cool. Atmospheric. Nice guitar tone there at the end as well. Cool. Not bad. Kind of stuff that I said. Low endy, dark, heavy, deathy, gutturals, shouty. Yes. Let's keep it going. This next band's called Hellucination. And this one's called Do You Des. I think that's how you say it. These guys are from Rome. I think these are the first band we've had from Rome, so let's check them out. Nice loud mix. Yeah, great guitar tones. Nice recording, really loud and prominent in the mix. Sounds super chunky. Drums sit in there nicely as well. Good washy cymbals. Oh, this sounds big. The lead guitar sits in a different place to the other guitars. It's got a nice tone, cuts over the top nicely. That nice twiddly-widdly tremolo riffs. Yeah. Good energy to the music. Heavy vocal again, shouty, gravelly. Working his throat. Yeah, great guitar tone. Sounds thick. It's bubbly. It's got enough low end to it as well as high end. Nice one. Yeah, these guys have got a big sound. Good washy cymbals filling out the high end. Double kicks just loud enough so it's not taking over the mix. Heavy. Yeah. Drums sound good, toms sound nice. Yeah, cymbals sound great. They got a good wash to them. Nice bass, you can hear the bass in there as well. Yeah. They're moving the energy about with the drumming. It's deathy bits, it's more drawn out bits. Great guitar tone. Pretty blackened this one as well. Blackened death. Yeah, now that ride cymbal's coming through the mix nicely. Hear all the elements of the ride, the ting, the sustain from afterwards. Sounds great. High energy in this one. Hardcore vibe to it as well. Hear the bass nicely in the mix on that part. Good video with this one as well. This guy's doing a nice job. Dope. Nice. Guys are mixing it up. Super beefy guitars. Vocal sits nicely in the mix. Yeah, it's good. When you got the guitars, it's beefy. A lot of wash on your cymbals and all of that. It can be hard to get the vocals to sit in there just nicely. They've done a good job. This is a great mix. These guys have got a lot of edges to them, man. They've moved the music around in all sorts of directions. They've all sounded great. They've all flowed into one another well. Drummers working it out. All sorts of beats. Yeah, dope. I enjoyed that one a lot, guys. Hellucination. Wow. Whoever did the mix on that one knew exactly what they were doing because it was loud. The guitars were super prominent and in your ears and just blasting, but with a great tone to it, great distortion. Went well with all the different types of riffage from super chunky kind of jun 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 type of stuff to all that twiddly widdly blackened riffage as well. That sounded great. The drums sounded great. Really washy cymbals, which was superb. Vocals were great as well, working his throat, highs and lows, gutturals and fries, all of that good stuff. We had a bit of spoken word in there as well, which I just like. I just think it sounds cool. That's all there is to it. And we could even hear the bass in the mix as well. And a great video. Ticked all the boxes on that one. No complaints from me whatsoever. Now let's move on to the last band of today. And I think we've had this band on the channel before, pretty sure. I've gone through so many bands now, it's hard to remember all the names of the bands that I've gone through, but I'm pretty sure we've had this band on the channel before. And I'm pretty sure that they're just heavy as hell, if I remember correctly. And this is a band called Eradicyst, and their track for us is called Nostalgic Psychosis, which is a cool name. It's a lyric vid. See what they got. Nice sound. Sounds good. Now, I thought the guitars in the last band were loud and prominent in your ears, and these guys are even more. And they've got a sick guitar tone as well. This is such a loud mix. It sounds right. It's not breaking up. It's just loud and prominent and in your ears, and it sounds great. I love a loud mix, you know me. The cymbals sound great. They're nice and washy. The drums are all spatial and got a good amount of reverb. I probably sound like I'm shouting because the music's so freaking loud. Sounds like your head is in the guitar speaker cabinet, in the bass drum, right next to the cymbals. The singers screaming in your ears. Let's listen out for the bass. Not hearing a bass tone separate to the guitars. It's got a low end for the guitars, but those guitars are so thick and got such a prominent sound that I'm surprised we can hear anything over them, because they're just that loud, that prominent. Got such a big sound to it, massive guitar tone. It's not dark or anything like that. They got the tone dial all the way up. Massive. I'm actually going to have to turn this one down just a little bit, because I'm pretty sure I'm shouting. It's not often I have to turn it down. So that just tells you how loud it is. Yeah. Spoken word. I love it. Both got our Megadeth t-shirts on. Yeah, these guys are moving the energy about as well. Nice guitaring. He's loving it. He's got a melodic edge to him as well, a thrashy edge to him. Some parts are a bit old schooly, deathy. I'm sure there was some hardcore parts in there as well. Yeah. There's a load of gravel in the vocal's throat, back of the throat technique, open mouth, wide open mouth stuff. Sounds great. He's quite rapid with his vocals as well. Getting a lot of syllables out in the lines, which is cool. Mixing it up. Yeah, this is such a big mix. Sounds great. Some people complain about loud mixes, it's just too loud. And they think there's no dynamics to the track and all of that. I can agree with that to a point. But if your metal track isn't loud in the mix, I think you've kind of missed the point, really. Metal is meant to be played loud at all times. And even when it's quiet, it's meant to sound loud. These guys have done that in spades. They say it's not often I have to turn a band down because it's just so loud that I'm shouting, you know. Yeah, this is a long one as well. Didn't realise this was a long track, but these guys have moved it about a lot. We've had a couple of guitar solos, we've had fast parts, we've had slow parts and drawn out parts, bits with vocal, bits without vocal. Now, one thing that I've seen explored quite recently is people doing vocal over the top of the guitar solo. So imagine if the guy now is doing some vocals as well as a guitar solo. I think that's a cool thing to do. Because you know, the guitar solos, it's a solo, everything stops with the guitar basically. But what if you thought outside of that box and thought, actually, we'll have a guitar solo, but the vocalist is still going to do his thing over the top as well. Something to think about for bands that do solos, I think. Because, you know, we've heard a guitar solo with just the guitar and being a solo, but what if you didn't just do that? What if you didn't just have sections oh, here's the solo section now, and, you know, everyone's looking at the guitarist. Why not work the solos into the music where, you know, it's not just a solo, it's actually just part of the song, it's part of the verse or the chorus or whatever. Don't think that's been explored enough, but I've started to see bands doing that kind of thing. One band called Warforged was one that really made me start to think about it. They got a great guitar solo and it sounds great, and the guy's doing like sweep picking and all that stuff, but the vocals are blazing over the top of it as well. So you're not just listening to the guitar solo, you're listening to the vocal as well. And I just think it's a bit outside the box thinking for the whole solo thing. So something to think about. Now this band, I'm pretty sure I say we've had them before, Eradicyst. And I remember that they were just blasting heavy last time. That's how I remembered the name. Just they were loud as hell, and they haven't let us down again. And as I say, I like loud mixes. My mixes are loud. I mix my own music, and they're always 10 out of 10 loud. And if they're not 10 out of 10 loud, I'll mix it again to make sure it is loud. You know, if you look at the waveforms of my music, it's almost a solid block. Now you've got to have some dynamics in there. You've got to change it up and down. You've got to pull the volume levels up and down, and have different kind of loudnesses within the track. But when you're blazing, when your cymbals are blazing and your guitars are blazing and the vocals blazing, if it's not 10 out of 10 loud, then why not, you know? Why give it some headroom? I don't see the point in that. Now, when you're pulling it back, when you're doing a build-up, when you've got a more chilled part or a more kind of ambient part, yeah, then pull the volume down. But when you go for it, guys, you want to be Eradicyst loud, because, you know, that's when it's blazing. That's when people go, fuck me, this is so loud, I've got to turn it down. and it still sounds loud even though you've turned it down. You know, that's the good shit. Now, we've had 3 excellent bands today. I'll give the video a superb because it definitely deserves one. Excellent bands, excellent music, deathy, low-endy, loads of different guitar tones, loads of different kind of sounds within the music and stuff going on and pulling it back and different energies. I've gone on enough. That's the end of the vid. Hope you enjoyed that, guys. See ya, bye.